Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. This is a requested video. So I am going to explain here how to design the snubber circuit. That is basically the uh, power switch protection in semiconductor switching. So before go to that, let us understand a few basics which will be needed. So the we studied the final value theorem. So limit t tends to infinity, ft is nothing but limit s tends to 0, s fs. And for initial value theorem, this should be this should be 0 and this should be infinity. Okay, so these are the initial and final value theorem. So uh, we know for a capacitor initially it will work as a short circuit and finally it will open as behave as an open circuit. That means when the capacitor is not charged, it will behave as a short circuit, and when it will be fully charged, it will behave as a open circuit. Inductor is opposite. Initially it will open as open circuit, so that's why it will used as line choke to restrict the inrush current, and when it will be at t is equal to infinity, it will behave as short. Okay, so using this property we will design the snubber. So let us consider a very simple power switching circuit. So here this is a switch and here there is a load. Okay, so this is switch S1 and this is switch S2. It's a half bridge inverter, and this is your DC voltage V, and here only the load current is flowing I. Now you see, basically this switch S1 and S2, it will be switched in a complementary fashion. Means when S1 is on, that time S2 is off, and vice versa, and this way we are generating the AC voltage. Now what is happening, as the so when the switch S1 is closed, then the load current is flowing through like this. Now for an instant, when the S1 is getting open, so already the load current was flowing. The load current was flowing through the junction of the transistor or IGBT or whatever may be, thyristor. But once this switch S1 is off, the entire DC voltage, it will appear across the junction suddenly during that T off period of the switch, which can destroy the junction of the switch. So we need to do something. So when this kind of power switching protections are involved, that time only the concept of snubber has been evolved. Now what I will do, here I am not going to that much depth. Simple, using some formula and thumb rule, how to design a snubber circuit, uh, uh, how to design a snubber circuit, how to select the values, all these things I will be explaining. Okay, so now simply you consider across this I am putting one capacitor. Now you think this, the value of the capacitor is C. Okay, So once the switch was closed, the load current is flowing through the switch, and once the switch is off, that time the load current will be diverting through this. Okay, and as I told initially, the capacitor will behave as a short circuit. The entire load current will flow through the capacitor. Now how to find out the sizing of the capacitor? So C is equal to what? Basically this is charge by voltage. This is the DC voltage, and charge is equal to current into time. So this is I load into time. Time means T off of the transistor or IGBT divided by V. So using this formula, simply you can find out the capacitor, the snubber capacitor. Now the question is, okay, it's fine. The problem during switching off of the device I have solved. Now again, when the switch will be closed, then the capacitor, at what voltage it is getting charged, it will try to discharge through this path. So it will take load current plus this discharge current. Due to that, again some problem will be there. If I not able to restrict that, the capacitor, the capacitor is charged with the voltage. Again, it will discharge through the junction only, which is again increase the current through the transistor. So that's why any transistor or IGBT, it will have a short rating. That means continuous rating is say 10 ampere, but it can take 30 ampere for 1 second. For example, just I am telling, for example. So that is the short rating. So from the data sheet of the transistor, you have to find out the short rating of the device. Okay, and here slightly we have to modify the circuitry. How to do that? Now I will explain so that you will understand. Here, what modification I am doing, instead of that, I am putting one resistance here, then one capacitance, and here I will be putting one diode. Now you see, during the switching, when the switch off will be there are two paths. It's getting two paths. One is this path, another is this path. So to charge the capacitor, these are the two paths. So always current will follow the least resistance path. So as there is a resistance R, it will not come through this during charging. It will come through diode and getting charged, which will follow this equation. Now while it is getting discharged, you see the diode, now once it is charged, so polarity is like this. So once the switch will again close, due to the diode, this path, the path through which it is getting charged, it will not discharge in that path because it is in reverse diode, it is in reverse bias. It will basically creating one open circuit. Now it will discharge through the resistance. So as resistance is there, it will restrict the current flow. Now you have to say your load current is IL. Now your peak rating of the transistor is IP. Okay. Now the balance current is this one. So this current, through this current the capacitor should get discharged within the time, say the short rating is TS. So with this value of current, the capacitor should get discharged within Ts time. Now you know it's a very simple RC circuit. So now you can write the KVL. So KVL means there is a initial voltage of the capacitor, and through this path it will be discharged with the time of Ts. This is the short rating of the device, and you know the load current for which you are designing the your switching device, and you know the peak rating of the transistor or IGBT. Using that, you can find out what should be the value of your R. C you are getting from this equation, and R you will be finding from that equation. So it is very simple to design a snubber. So basically this snubber is called RCD snubber. Even though it is slightly complicated, but it is always safe in my opinion. Your switch will never get damaged due to this switching problem. Okay. But today, normally, to avoid the simplicity, avoid the complexity of this connection and all, we will use normally capacitor snubber. So it is quite easy to implement, but the sizing of the capacitor may increase slightly. Okay, so you should be very optimal that to restrict the voltage which will appear across the junction of the transistor while it is turning off, we should not increase the capacitor so high that during discharge again it will when it will be discharging, that means when the switch will be on again, it will create excessive current passing through the junction. So all these things you have to consider optimally, and you have to design your snubber. So this is all about the snubber circuit. Hope it will be useful to you. Thank you so much.